You already know this is Punch from Boxing, aka Mr. Moonshine himself. Ladies and gentlemen, you already know, man, in the sport of boxing, a lot of people want to talk about which is the prestige division. Which one is the prestige division in the sport of boxing? And in my estimation, in my opinion, I believe, man, boxing right now is great in talent-wise across the board. Like, if you think about the top 5 in each division, you'd be like, man, boxing is good where it's at. Just a lot of great talent, a lot of great skillful talent. A lot of quality pound for pound type of skill set that a lot of people in the sport of boxing have right now. A lot of fighters in the sport of boxing right now. And of course, in the 147-pound division is a prestige division that a lot of people talk about. You have the Manny Pacquiao's of the world, the Errol Spence of the world, the Keith Thurman, the Bud Crawford, and you go to the middleweight division, which is a prestige division as it is history in the sport of boxing. You know, remember the Hagler, remember the Tommy Hearns, you got the Bernard Hopkins, and now, you know, you got the Triple G's of the world, the Canelo Alvarez of the world, and things of that nature. The heavyweight division was in a coma for a pretty long time. Of course, we had Klitschko, but at the end of the day, when we expect power, we expect knockouts in the heavyweight division, and we didn't see that during, you know, a large period of time, but now it's alive and well right now with the Deontay Wilders of the world and the Tyson Furies and the Anthony Joshua of the world. Little division, you got the Inoue of the world down there. You have the Lomachenkos and the lightweight, the Teofimo Lopez emerging. Man, it's beautiful to see all this great talent. But to be honest, my opinion in the most prestige division right now in the sport of boxing, that for me is the most interesting division that a lot of people may not be talking about, is the super middleweight division. That's the most prestige division in my opinion. I'm not going to say the most prestige in branding, in names, but in terms of record, in terms of prime fighters, in terms of skill set, man, the super middleweight division, man, the 168-pound division, you got Caleb Plant, man, undefeated. Caleb Smith, undefeated. You got David Benavidez, undefeated. This guy just moved up. Daniel Jacobs. And he's a person to be reckoned with. He just came from the middleweight division. Now he's in the 160-pound. Billy Joe Saunders, undefeated. Just came, man. You got who else? Anthony Durrell. Yo, there's a lot of good top quality fighters in the 168-pound division. And the only thing is, and this goes out in every division, is when are these fighters actually going to fight each other? What are the division? And of course, a lot of one of the division that people been fighting each other is the 154-pound division. The 154-pound division, they switching belts like they switching Pampers and stuff like that. That's how much the belts are just switching around. Sometimes we don't even know who the champion. It just switch by every other month basis. At the end of the day, that's what it means about the challenges and surprising the sport of boxing. You got Rosario that just won 154 pounds, just beat J-Rock Williams. People were surprised. I wasn't surprised. I was not surprised over that win. But of course, that doesn't mean because J-Rock lost that we still can't see a J-Rock versus Hurd. That we still can't see a Charlo versus J-Rock. Vice versus Hurd versus Charlo versus Rosario. Nara's there. You know, it's 154-pound division is also elite. But for me, I think the 160-pound division, they should have a spotlight on the 160-pound division, because even though that I mentioned the Keenan Plant of the world, David Benavidez, the Anthony Durrell, the Billy Joe Saunders, the Daniel Jacobs of the world, Canelo Alvarez is also in the 168-pound division as well. He's still campaigning for it. He won the belt versus Fielder. So you adding Canelo Alvarez into the 168-pound division, my goodness, that is a great division, yo. That is the great division. And you got challenges. Who will win? Caleb Plant or David Benavidez? That's a fight that's been luring for quite some time. Who will win? David Benavidez, a Mexican fight with David Benavidez and Canelo Alvarez. Daniel Jacobs and one of these guys like David Benavidez and Caleb Smith. It's a great division. Let me know what y'all think. Let me know what's your favorite division. Of course, I also like the lightweight division. We got Lomachenkos of the world. We got Javante Tank Davis. We got Teofimo Lopez. man, 140 pounds. You got Ramirez. Yo, boxing right now is great. But I think the super middleweight division is the division that people talk less, but I think it has the most juice in it. I think it has the most, the challenges if everybody fights one another. You know, and that's what we're waiting in the sport of boxing. I think that right now in the sport of boxing, there is no excuses why a lot of people in the top can't be fighting each other. That's it. I think right now, boxing right now could really be in the forefront of sport entertainment if they take an initiative and these promoters and these managers to put these guys to fight one another now. Do it now. It doesn't matter. Your stock won't go low when you're fighting a top fighter. If you lose, it's not gonna go down. Look at Sean Porter that lost to Errol Spence. His stock didn't go down. It didn't go down. It actually probably went more up. You understand what I'm saying? So it don't matter. These guys are. If you fight the best and you lose, it doesn't matter. And at the end of the day, it's not about winning and losing. It's how you win and how you lose. Because a guy like this that is real good and they fighting these fight, and that's what's happening in the sport of boxing. These top fighters are fighting guys that is not really in their level. You're not moving your career anyway. Yeah, you're putting money in your pocket. Yeah, you're getting compensated for it, but it's not doing nothing for legacy. And right now, which if you look at the top dudes in each division, they're in their 30s. You got the Book Crawfords of the world in the 30, 32, 33 years old. You know, it's about to go over the prime age limit. So these guys got to fight it out. Look at Deontay Wilder in the heavyweight division. Yeah, but he's 34 years old. It's not like these guys are young bucks. The fight's going to happen now. I'm happy that the heavyweight division, Tyson Fury is going to be fighting Deontay Wilder. But at the end of the day, if Deontay Wilder wins, we have to see Anthony Joshua versus Deontay Wilder. It just can't. Boxing could be in the forefront of sport entertainment. Y'all got it in your hands. Boxing, y'all got to do a great job. Fighters, yo, don't worry, your stock is not going to go down if you fight the best fight. Trust me, it's not going to go down. So you already know, man. Also, the 154-pound Lubin. Man, boxing is great. Boxing is great. You got Shakur, man. You got the ladies, Clarissa Shields. Even women's boxing is bad. You got Amanda Serrano. She's gonna be fighting in the Zone this Thursday. Go check her out. She's a knockout artist. We don't see a lot of those in women boxing, but this Amanda Serrano, the knockout artist in women boxing. Yo, check her out. Don't miss it. Yo, boxing is good. Just fight each other, guys. And I'm telling you, man, you're going to reap everything. You're going to get that cash flowing in better than ever. But you got to trust in yourself. You got to trust in the blueprint. All these legendary fighters, they have lost. But you know what? The memorable fights. You look at Roberto Duran versus Leonard. Still both legends. Hearns, Hagler, all these dudes, still legends. Holyfield, Tyson, yeah, Tyson Law, still legends. It doesn't matter when you're winning. And look, and to be honest, you're that good, and probably in the end of your career, you lose. What was the last? Who beat Mike Tyson last? You don't know, right? You don't. It does, right? So it doesn't matter. It's not gonna get. He's still the baddest man on the planet, right? Just make your mark, but you also gotta make your mark legendary-wise when you're fighting the best in your respective division. You already know, man. This is Punch Drunk Boxing, aka Mr. Moonshine himself. Let me know which is the best division. Let me know if you don't think that the 168-pound is probably the most prestige division right now, the most interesting division. Maybe I gotta say the most interesting division because prestige, people gonna think about lucrative-wise. I'm not thinking about the money. They ain't putting nothing in my pocket or your pocket. All we talking about is talent-wise, record-wise, and the possibility if you see these guys fighting one another. Boom. Like I said, I did like, one of my favorite divisions was the 147-pound division, but I feel like at the 147-pound division, all these dudes just strictly care about the money right now. That's how I feel about it. Aside from the legendary status of Manny Pacquiao, I feel like these guys are getting overweight. They're not fighting the fight that needs to happen. I'm tired of people saying that one division is stacked up. Yeah, it's so stacked up that these guys ain't even fighting one another in a lot of divisions. So I don't respect that. I want people to stop saying, oh, this division is stacked up, this division is stacked up, and then people only want to talk about the top 3. If it's stacked up, you talk about it 1 through 10. You understand what I'm saying? So, you already know, man. This is Punch Drunk Boxing, aka Mr. Moonshot. Subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, like it, share it. You already know, man. On to the next.